to join back in. My entire house lost every bit of its internet connection. So we're going to have to rejoin this broadcast in progress. Again, this is Summer Sprint 1989, second round playoff. And when we left, Dunedin was trailing 17-14. Now Dunedin has tacked on 6 points, and they lead Seattle 20-17. Again, we'll take a look at that box score here in just a little bit. My apologies. I tried to connect to everything that I could here in-house, and no internet connection worked on anything. So now I'm basically going on my phone. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that we'll be able to maintain a connection for the rest of this game. I hate to see this, especially in a playoff game. These are so fun to broadcast, and we always love watching them after the fact. But we'll keep our fingers crossed for a good fourth quarter. So Seattle now trails 20-17. They've trailed for much of this game. They did take the lead on a punt return touchdown here in the early stages of the third quarter. Dunedin came back to take the lead, and now Seattle will resume that lead on that pass from Dave Craig to Anthony Miller. His fourth reception, he has 52 yards on the day, and Seattle has lurched ahead 24-20. So, whoa, wow, look at that return. Literally next to nothing on that return. So the kick travels to the 9 and a feeble 2-yard kick return. Yikes. Actually, a 13-yard kick return. Oh, that was 2 yards deep. Wow. So he decided to take it out and got caught. So he will take over to his 11. A long way to go. 2nd and 8 at his own 13. We've now entered the fourth quarter. Dunedin trailing 24-20 to the league's leader this year in wins, 14-3 Seattle. There's a great pickup. Guessed wrong. There's Robert Del Pino with 32 yards on the play. Del Pino has racked up 67 yards on 10 carries. There's Warren Moon, and another pass incomplete. He has completed 6 passes. We must have missed one when the internet went down. He's 6 of 12 for only 20 yards, so a nightmare game for Warren Moon, but they're still in it, 24-20. So I'm going to look at Del Pino here. So he's got 3 more unfatigued carries left. There is a curl pass to Vance Johnson, and that pass is incomplete. And if you see here, Warren Moon has a fine guess right card with must runs on 6 and 7, 2 through 5 completed, and 9 completed. His interceptions there on 11 is not that bad, actually. But for whatever reason, he's not been able to take advantage of the just so-so cornerbacks at 4 and 5. And so now it's 3rd and 10. Defense showing blitz. Here's a pass to Holohan. And that pass is caught, and that's on the receiver card. So Holohan, a tight end with the Los Angeles Rams. So that would be the fullback tight end set. That's how he winds up with Del Pino and Pete Holohan, who is a just okay guess right short card. I think he's got a very good flat pass card, as I recall. So here's a screen pass to Pinkett, who he actually has every reception. Well, thanks for sharing that with me. He has every reception but one. That reception to Pete Holohan just a moment ago was the first reception to anybody else without the name Pinkett on the back of his jersey. It's now 2nd and 10 with the ball to 42 of Seattle. 12-18 to go here in the fourth quarter. The winner will advance to the 1989 Summer Sprint Final. That is a fumble. And who comes up with it? Well, it's showing Dunedin, but we'll see who calls the play here. So it looks like Dunedin has it. I see a 3-wide set. Defense calls 3-3-5. So Dunedin did come up with it, but they're in big trouble here. 3rd and 13. They need Warren Moon to come through on this play. And he cannot because he is sacked. So he's hauled down in the backfield now, 4th and 21, which will force Dunedin to punt. So after lousy field position with the ball at their own, I believe, the 11-yard line, they were able to make their way to midfield, but the drive stalls. And after a nice kick that winds up at the Seattle 10, Dennis Crowley will take over, leading 24-20 with just over 11 to play. Again, we are replaying the 1989 season. And there is a deep shot, but that pass falls incomplete. Dave Craig's long pass card, long gains on 4 and 9. Not a lot of interceptions. Guess Strong. That's not too bad. Guess Strong. That's actually not bad at all. Here comes an off-tackle run. Defense guesses pass. Kennebrew lumbers ahead, only picks up 2 on the play. It was the dreaded 5, as Tom Cook would call it, but in this case, he is actually able to pick up. There are a few cards actually guessed right that have some yardage on it. In this case, it was guessed wrong, but he's still able to pick up 2. So it's now 3rd and 8. This would be a huge stop for Dunedin. They'd almost assuredly be provided with good field position, but guess wrong. Barry Sanders is able to break, contain, and pick up the first down. A carry for 8 yards, just enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10. Ball at the 20. Here's a curl pass to Anthony Miller. It has a short pass, short gain, 15 yards, first down for Seattle. 9 minutes on a running clock, up 24-20. Another curl pass for Anthony Miller. Defense once again guesses run. That is a pickup at 15. Anthony Miller with a maxed out card. Guessed wrong. And as you can see, long gains on 2, 3, and 13. There's a flat pass that goes nowhere. In fact, they lose a yard. So it's 2nd down with the ball at the 49, 7:48 to play. Dunedin desperately needs a stop on this drive. They're off to a good start, 2nd and 11. Here's an inside run. Nose tackle is not able to make the play. It's a pickup of 5, so it's 3rd and 6. Nice collection of linebackers there in this 3-4. He does have a vulnerable right end at a 0. Does he decide to run again? Maybe he shoots Sanders on an end run. And he does not. Instead, he goes right back to Miller again. Defense guesses run, anticipating that Sanders run. And he gets crossed up by Dennis Crowley. That's another first down. Dave Craig now with 221 yards. 96 of those yards to Anthony Miller, who also has a touchdown. He has 7 receptions. The clock continues to roll, and Seattle has made their way into field goal range. It's now 2nd and 10 with the ball at the Dunedin 32. Seattle up 24-20. The winner gets to the Final Four of Summer Sprint. Seattle with 14 wins in the regular season. Dunedin with 11, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's 12. I believe it's 11. So a 7-yard run for Barry Sanders, keeping him off balance. Defense guesses pass on that play. So now it's 3rd and 3. This is a huge call for Dunedin. Let's see what Brian Fullen can conjure up. Here is a pitch out. Defense guesses run on the play, but the end is not able to make the play. And it is another first down. So that is a backbreaker there. 24-20. That clock continues to roll as well. Here's another pitch out. Defense guesses pass. It's on the defensive card. The guard is able to make the block, so that's a pickup of 8. Now 2nd and 2 with 4:30 to play. Off tackle run, and that is going to be a touchdown. So Seattle puts together a nice drive to give him a 10-point lead, and pending this extra point, an 11-point lead. So it's obviously still a 2-score game, but Dunedin has their work cut out for them. Warren Moon, who has only completed 7 passes in this game, Has to pick it up on this drive and in a hurry. .336 to play. Dunedin needs a touchdown and some help. So let's see how fast they can make their way down the field on this one. Any score will help because they are down 2 scores. And there's a deep shot, but that pass falls incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10. 3:18 to go. Dunedin had a fine season. But it's tough when you're running into the number 1 team here in this league at 14-3. But he has led for most of this game. Seattle has been able to tack on 21 points in this 4th quarter. I had a chance to play this Dunedin team during the year, and we had a knockdown drag-out 9-6 contest. There is a pass rush sack and a fumble, and Seattle will run it in for a touchdown, although the animation won't reveal it. Seattle picks up the ball and scores, and it's now 38-20. So it's all but over for Seattle as they will move on to the Final Four. So congratulations, Brian. You had a great season with this club. But Dennis, you will be moving on. So Seattle will be playing in the Final Four of our 1989 Retro Summer Sprint League. So we'll close up some boxes here and we'll get to take a look at the box score here. We got 2 minutes to go. There's another sack. And it'll bring up 3rd and 9. 18-point lead here for Seattle, so we're just running out the string. There's a pass to Reed that falls incomplete, so it's 4th and 9. Trying to extend this drive. Crossing pattern again to Andre Reed, and that pass falls incomplete. So Warren Moon just didn't have it today. So bad break for Dunedin. And we see some spectators joining with 1:22. Obviously, there are no ushers at the gates to stop them. So 82 seconds remaining. There's a knee. I don't think Dunedin's going to call timeout here. They're not going to let this game go. So there is going to be your final score, 38-20. Seattle, 14-3. The number 1 team in this league will move on. So let's take a look at this box score again. 38-20 for Dunedin. We missed a couple of field goals while the internet was down. I wondered how they got 6 points. So that was some 2 deep field goals for Lansford, a 46-yard field goal and a 48-yard field goal. Anthony Miller's 12-yard pass from Dave Craig and Larry Kinnebrew's 10-yard run made it 31-20. We don't know who recovered the fumble for a touchdown. Actually, we might be able to tell this. Let's see. Nope, still doesn't show it. Well, we are just a couple of weeks away from the new Stratomatic contest coming out. And boy, not a moment too soon. This has been really buggy with drops, really buggy with animation screw-ups. We're really hoping that they're able to clean this up here in the second half. I'm going to send a note to Dennis and see if he wants to join this broadcast. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get it out. This game started a little bit early and I was a little ill prepared for it. So my apologies. This wasn't one of the better broadcasts, but at least we've got something on tape so we can watch it. But we've got 3 more games, and I keep my fingers crossed that these are going to get better down the stretch. Wasn't a great broadcast, but you're welcome to join me. So I'll send a quick note to Dennis. Again, we'll keep checking out this box score. Again, the totals are a little screwed up because we're missing that touchdown late. But as you can see, Warren Moon, 7 for 19 for 33 yards. Yikes. He's so much better a quarterback than that. He was top 5 in this card set, and certainly just an average game would have helped Dunedin in this, but he just didn't catch the rolls. Dave Craig, on the other hand, was a very efficient 20 for 31, and you're efficient when you keep your opponent off balance. And when you've got a Barry Sanders back there and he does kind of strike a little bit of fear into you, you don't want to guess wrong too much on him with all of those short gains. He only had 4 yards per carry, 20 carries for 85 yards. Del Pino, 10 carries for 67 yards. Anthony Miller, to me, the star of the game, 7 clutch catches, several on a big drive that gave Seattle, helped them regain the lead in the second half, put them up 24-20. He kept off that drive with a touchdown reception of 12 yards. He had a terrific game. I missed some of this in the first quarter, and we missed a little bit when the internet went down, but I see 4 sacks, may have been 5. There may have been one extra one on that drive that we didn't get a chance to catch. Nothing else really stands out here. Time of possession in Seattle's hands, but I don't see anything as far as turnovers are concerned that look too weird. Seattle actually lost the ball 3 times, and I believe I saw an interception by Dave Craig. There was. Wow, how about that? So,
hey, Michael.
Hey, buddy. So you survived 4 turnovers to pull this one out. And again, Warren Moon, just not the same Warren Moon we're used to seeing.
Well, I think that the problem is his offensive line doesn't allow Warren Moon to be Warren Moon. Mm-hmm. I was showing blitz all game, and he was afraid to throw it. He was running it, but his running attack wasn't great. So, it's just one of those things where do you go for the offense or the defense, or he kind of played it in the middle, and he got a good quarterback, but the defense was it average or good average?
I think it's good. I thought it was good average.
Yeah, good against the run, average against the pass.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't have the running game to back up Moon or the offensive line to protect him. I mean, it was kind of it was an unfair fight, but he gave me a lot of trouble there. I know my team can turn it over with the best of them. I think I have like a negative 15 turnover ratio for the year.
You do.
Something like that. Mm-hmm. And so I knew this is going to be that's going to be the way I'm going to lose. Is turnovers. If I lose, it's going to be, I'm going to give, Craig's going to snap fumble it. Barry's going to cough it up on a guest right run or a keyed run at a key spot, and that's going to cost me the game. Fortunately, in this one, I had enough time to overcome those. He also got, I think you tuned in late, but he got a kickoff return, 85-yard kickoff return right after I got my first touchdown.
I see it.
And then his second touchdown was me on like 2nd and 7, fumbling it, and then trying to pick it up and get it so it's 5 or less, so I wouldn't have containment in effect, and then fumbling it again. So I gave him like a short field to get to 14, and then after that I was like, okay, no more silly mistakes. I got my own return for free 7 points there, and then he put together a good drive after I was afraid to kick it to him again, and I squibbled it. And the return wasn't, his kickoff return was snake eyes on his card for 85 yards, and he hit snake eyes again. But I think it was he's one of the guys that has 2 different returners, so I don't think it would have been a touchdown, even if I wouldn't have squibbed it. But I gave him a short field. He got a field goal, tied it up, and then got another field goal, took the lead. After another change of possession, he shifted the field. So it's into the third quarter. He's calling run a lot, clamping down on Barry. So I was like, okay, forget it. It's going to be Craig or bust. And so I just started throwing short passes and flat passes, guessed wrong. And went right down the field, got a
Yeah,
touchdown, and then that settled it down. Then 2 fourth quarter touchdowns to seal it. One of them
pretty
on
much.
a fumble return. So
Yeah, animation didn't catch that one. That was a fumble, and then next thing you know, you're kicking an extra point. So it didn't
yeah,
really suggest what in the world had happened.
yeah.
Uh, we're
Bruce Smith.
really keeping our fingers crossed that this next edition kind of cleans up some of this animation nonsense. But
Yeah,
um, yeah, I mean, he had you basically for 3.5 quarters. That huge drive though, the answer drive where you, like you said, he just concentrated on trying to stop Barry, and you made that decision basically just to pass, pass, pass. Craig's guess wrong card is nice. It's actually very nice, and Miller's a really, really quality maxed out guess wrong receiver. So it made all the sense in the world to go to him and force him to get back to calling pass again. So
yeah,
it was
yeah.
a well
So
called game.
yeah, thanks. So thanks for broadcasting it, even though I know that you had some technical issues. Did that work clearing out the receipt file?
Yeah, kind of. It was really disjointed because there's going to be two broadcasts I'm going to have to put up there because I missed 6 minutes in the third quarter because the internet in my entire house went down. So I'm basically using the internet from my phone. I just turned it into a hotspot and started broadcasting from there. So I'm basically using as much as I can for this broadcast and that, but it went fine. It went fine. So this is not one of the better broadcasts to say the least. So I'm sorry that this one's going to be posted. But here's the cool thing: you live to see another day,
Yep.
and your broadcast will be better on the next one, I'm sure.
So when do you play the other Brian?
9 o'clock, Saturday.
9 a.m. or p.m.?
9 a.m. Saturday.
Oh, that's gonna be tough for me to broadcast. I think is there another game going on then?
There's a game that's going on. I think it was 11, maybe.
Okay, gotcha. So you guys are gonna go back to back. It's cool.
Yeah. I was kind of, yeah. He had after his email. I'll tell you later, but it was absolutely legitimate for the reason that they were playing in the morning. So
Cool.
hopefully Tom will be able to broadcast. At the very least, I may just put it on YouTube blank and then record over it later. So
Yeah,
I definitely like to have something on it. But yeah,
yeah.
it's
If you record it with no sound, just mute your microphone.
right.
Send me the link to the YouTube of that.
Mm-hmm.
Later that night, I'll watch it and do a broadcast if nobody else has done it.
That's what I figured. I'll see if Tom's able to do it, but certainly, regardless, I'll do it anyway. I don't know if he's going to broadcast or not, but I will make a copy of that. I've thought about doing that before for other broadcasts as well. So yeah, I'll definitely do that because I do want these to be broadcast. So, well, I would really, really like to make it to the second round of this. I really would. I got a day basically to look at that game, and again, I mean, I watched him run rim shot over that guy basically with Neil Anderson, but that's a team I played well before, and we'll see what happens. But this isn't about me; it's about your game here. This was
No, I'm looking forward to your game. That's going to be a good one. And kudos to Brian Fulham. I mean, he's like he said, he was surprised he made the playoffs. His team had some obvious things that you could exploit, and even with that, he won 11 games. So
that's right.
To him for being able to do that, and I hope he had fun. I know it's a sour way to end your season, but
Sure.
That's the way. There's only going to be one coach that goes away totally happy at the end of the year.
Yeah, you're right. Again, it's hard to remember this stuff year to year, and you're in so many leagues, but I wonder if this club made the playoffs last year. I don't know if this was.
Dunedin?
Yeah.
The coach? Oh, I can look it up, but the teams are entirely different, so it's hard to do like an equation from one to the other.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what did we play last? 1982? No, 1980. It doesn't matter. He's made the playoffs more often than not. So
good.
The coach.
Good. Is he in?
Right.
He's not in autumn wind, is he?
No, but he's in our SFFDL.
What team is he?
Let me look it up.
Let me guess, Dunedin. Or
no, is it Dunedin? I have a feeling he picked a different name for that one.
Okay. Let me is that Florida? Dunedin, Florida?
I think so.
Yeah. He's not the dentist, is he?
Yes, he is.
That's him. I'll be doggone.
he's a foot doctor.
Oh, he's podiatrist. Oh, that's cool.
John Madden is the dentist. Oh, wait a minute. Is that right? No, Brian's a dentist, and John Madden is the chiropractor / foot doctor.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
We got some smart guys in our leagues.
We do, and as a physician recruiter, I should know this stuff. So yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. He's not in that league. I stand corrected. What league is he in? Oh, is he in Frozen Tundra? I know he's in some other league that we play together.
Yeah.
He runs his own league, KSFCL. So
no kidding. Well, good for him. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I was in that league for a little bit, but I hated the white dice or the greater player impact rule in the flats as runs. So yeah,
wow.
No, I guess not. I guess he does. He just plays in our summer sprint battle royale leagues and then KSFCL.
Do you play in any league that has flat passive runs?
Yeah. He's in Strat 28. He's Buffalo or something like that.
Oh, well, cool. That's cool. Yeah.
He's drawing his brain. He's like Buffalo in Strat 28.
Okay. Did you see somebody started a thread in Autumn Wind for? I mean, I know we're all like kind of bored and waiting for the ratings guide, but somebody started a funny thread about best and worst trades of last year.
Yeah, I saw yours got picked. That was Dave Will. He's the Phoenix coach, and he was just making fun of himself.
So I don't know if you saw my response, but I read that and I'm like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. This is ridiculous. You can't go ripping that coach for making a trade. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, that's him. He's just making fun. And I didn't know. I thought he was just ripping into some coach, and I was like, I've had it, man. You can't be saying this kind of stuff. And then I went back and researched. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, that's the guy.
Even if he did, if he rips into me or you, I think it's fine.
I know. I was getting ready to protect whomever that was, and I realized, never mind. He's just having a laugh. So who cares?
All right. Well, I'm gonna go jump in the pool with my kids. So I'll talk to you later, Michael.
All right, buddy.
Thanks for using up all your cellular data. So make sure you broadcast down.
We got a lousy Sprint network, so it's all free. Buddy, you take care.
All right.
See you.
Take care. Yeah.
Okay, there's your final score. Seattle up and at them over Dunedin, and they will advance to the Final Four. We have several more games remaining to get to that Final Four. This was the first of four. We have several that are going on this weekend. If you get a chance to catch this broadcast at the end, we will be putting on the forum the dates and times for the remaining games. Sorry this broadcast was so disjointed. My apologies to Brian and Dennis posthumously for this debacle that is this broadcast. I hope, like anything, that the rest of these are going to be better than this. But in the meantime, thank you for listening. We appreciate your interest in these broadcasts, and we wish you the very best moving forward. Dennis and Brian, congratulations. And now you have the ratings I look forward to in all those leagues that you're in. You take care, and God bless.